Two good reasons to build a heavy-duty workshop shelf out of rebar instead of tubing. Number one, it's much cheaper. This whole shelf, including these boards, 8 feet high, 3 feet wide, cost me only 65 bucks versus around 400 using this material here. And number two, it's much easier and faster to process because cutting and welding this sort of material is way easier than structural steel, thin-walled steel like this. Absolute no-brainer if it holds up, and that's what we're gonna find out next. Let's load it up with some real weight and see if it holds. So I have a set of these batteries here. One piece weighs about 53 pounds. This here is another 40 pounds. 50 pounds. It's going nowhere. I have some more. 55 pounds. 110. It's holding. I think we're good. The whole reason I needed this shelf is this corner here, or better, the mess behind me. As you can see here, this is accumulated hardware that I always wanted to have handy whenever I'm working on my workbench here with all these hammers. And I needed a shelf that is, first of all, strong enough, fits into this gap, and has the right height to fit my welding equipment below here. So I can always leave it plugged in and ready to go whenever I want to build something quick. And it also has to go all the way up to the ceiling of the container. And that size is not available off the shelf. That shelf is not available off the shelf. And yeah, sure enough, I think it's also easier and faster to just build it myself. And of course, it's much more fun. So let's dive into that. So first things first, I clean up this mess and take down the extinguisher. We're gonna move it a bit over there. And that's how the material looks like. I couldn't transport 20-foot pieces, so I had the hardware store, cut them. These are 8 feet, and I just realized they cut them a little bit short, 76 inches instead of 8 feet, but okay. These are 10-footers, and the other 3 are 12-footers. And now we're gonna chop this up. Okay, I marked 3 rebars to the shortest one, 95. And I'm gonna cut it with my beloved DeWalt Diablo, I don't know, whatever this blade is called. It's amazing. Very good combination. Have it since years. There was one. Okay, we got 4 8-footers. Now we need 8 1-footers. I got 2 marked already here. And the other 6, I'm gonna take out of a 10-foot stick here. Yeah, let's cut it. Now we need 8 times 3 foot. This should make my life easier. that's it. So we're about 40 minutes in. Time to clean the saw. And then I'm gonna start tacking these squares together, 4 of them. I like to weld on this stuff. Hardy backer, yeah, because it doesn't burn and it's relatively straight. Not this one, maybe. So I'm tacking these. I'm gonna put a weld spot right into this corner, and then later the foot is gonna fit just like that. I should be able to nicely weld around and more from the inside. That's the plan. I have this magnet thingy here to hold things in a perfect 90-degree angle. Not really necessary. Of Harbor Freight costs just 10 bucks, I think. I think we can just do it like that, eyeballing. Let's do this, shall we? One tack here. Nice. Well, something. Number 4. These are our 8-footers. They're gonna go on the floor, up. This one here is terribly bent at the end, but I don't really care because it's a workshop shelf. So just gonna leave it that way. My plan now is to weld this on here with a little bit of stick out. So these little pins here will hold the OSB board later in place. I'm gonna cut this out and it's gonna overlap a little bit. Let's connect ground and weld this up. I'm just gonna use this as my spacer on both sides, and then I know it's gonna be square later. Tack and roll. Oh, did not expect this. Almost. This was just eyeballed, okay? Not too bad. Sometimes it's cool to get lucky. See the other side? Also not too bad. Now I want to put in the bottom one so I can attach the legs on top here. And we can try the whole thing in my corner. Before I weld these in, I want to try the spacing. Not sure what I want yet, so I do that later. with cutting. That took roughly 1 hour and 40. Let's see. Hope this thing holds up. Ooh, that's high. Wow. I can almost not reach this. That's good. It's a pretty good result for how little time this took to build all this. And I'm getting hungry now, it's late. So we'll continue tomorrow with the rest of this build. It's the next morning, time to finish our shelf. And I decided that I'm gonna take 2 times 10 inches spacing on top here for putting in the additional 2 floors. So I have a bit more room here on the bottom, because when I'm working on my desk, I want to be able to reach in here and maybe grab some things or tools. I don't know yet. So far the plan. The beauty of this is we can always change it if needed. We can always add another floor or cut it out, put something else in, keep it flexible. And I'm not going to paint this, because then I'm always able to weld something to it quickly. It doesn't need to be beautiful, right? It's a tool. Let's get into it. Okay, tacking this up took exactly 10 minutes, and now I'm gonna finish the welds and we are ready to put the boards in. Rock and roll. Four minutes, 59 seconds to weld all this up, and nothing to call home about. They're ugly welds, but they're holding. That's the only thing that matters, to me at least. that is how it looks loaded up. I have my most important material down here. Stuff that I think I often need. This floor, I have some flat stock and aluminum. Up here, round stock. And all the way on top, the weird stuff. Yeah, down below, welding equipment. It's awesome. Thanks for watching and see you next time.